you don't even wanna touch me and you don't think I'm sexy and I hate my body and I don't wanna have sex, but I want you to wanna have sex even though I don't wanna have sex." And it was just like all of this stuff was coming out and he was like, "What the fuck?"
You gotta get on my level.
Hey, I'm Leah Van Dale, and this is Hot Mom Shit, the podcast where we live in the and. We're going to laugh, we're probably gonna cry, and I'm definitely gonna say something I probably shouldn't. If you've ever looked like a babe on the outside while completely losing your shit on the inside, you are exactly where you need to be. Okay, welcome to Hot Mom Shit. I'm so excited. I'm freaking out. I'm nervous. I'm scared. My nipples are tingling. No, I'm just kidding. That's because I have to pump. But I am like so excited that this is happening. This has been a long time coming. I've been for a long time trying to figure out what is Hot Mom Shit. And I didn't even have the name. I didn't have anything. I just wasn't sure what this was gonna be. And I know you're thinking hot mom shit, like, oh, she thinks she's a hot mom. And it's like so not the case. That is not at all what this is. Hot mom shit is about being in the and, living in the and. I can love being a mother. I'm obsessed with my kids. I love them with every fiber of my being. And I can still need a break from them. I can be so exhausted, sleep deprived, delirious, not know where I am, and still show up. I can be all of the things. You can be in between. I feel like as women, we're always put into a box, right? It's like you're a mom. Oh, so you check the mom box. You're a mom and that's it. You have a career, you check the career woman box. You're a wife, you check the wife box. Like you can only be one thing. And I feel like that's been the case for women for so long. And honestly, I feel like so confused and lost and not knowing what box I fit in for a long time because we're not meant to fit in just one box. We're allowed to be more than one thing. And that's kind of where this whole hot mom shit thing came from. Just trying to normalize a lot of the stuff that we go through as women and moms. And I mean, being a mom is so hard. It's like if you love being a mom and you're just like at home with your kids all day and you don't need a break, and that is amazing. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad about that, but like that is not the case for me. I love my kids. When I say I would do anything for my kids, I would literally suck the boogers out of my baby's nose with my mouth if I had to, like, I wouldn't even care, like, I love my kids so much. I love the smell of my son's poopy diapers. I know that sounds crazy, and it's gross, and it's disgusting, but I love it, and I just love my kids. I'm saying this so you're not judging me. I'm sure you're judging me, but I'm saying all of this to say and explain how much I love my kids, but I need a break sometimes. I need to figure out, who I am outside of being a mom. Who is Leah if not a mom? And I mean, that's kind of the journey of this whole podcast. And I'm going to be talking about it probably ad nauseum. And I am just trying to figure it out. And none of us have our shit together. And that's what this podcast is about. I'm not going to be here to help solve your problems. I'm not going to sit here and preach and tell you what you should do, what you shouldn't do. I just kind of want to be along this journey with you and kind of help you through it, right? And yeah, I think it's all about being in the and having both two opposing things be true at the same time. Like I said, I love my kids and I need a break. I love my husband. He's my king. He's my twin flame. He's my angel. He's my honey bunny boo boo. Like literally amazing. And I'm saying that sarcastically, but he really is. I love him so much. And he pisses me off, right? He really annoys me sometimes. And, talk to some of my girlfriends and they're complaining or bitching about their husband. And then the next thing you know, they're posting a photo of them on Instagram, like, oh, love my king. He's my little, it's like as if they didn't just have this blow up fight about XYZ. Instagram is so not real. And it's just this perfectly curated corner of our lives that we decide to share the best highlight reel of our life. And it's not real. And I don't expect my friends to talk about their dirty laundry on social media. I get that, but I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it on Instagram, but I'm gonna do it right here on Hot Mom Shit. Because I think too with social media, it's this, I have this perfect marriage and perfect kids and perfect life. And I definitely don't. And I think me sharing some of my trials and tribulations with my marriage and my kids and all of it, I'm not asking you to do that. But if by me telling you these things, if you're listening, like, oh my God, okay, my husband and I had the same exact fight, or we think the same thing, or my husband did that to me and I thought I was like gonna lose my mind. Should I have a divorce lawyer on speed dial? Like, no, it's fine. We all go through it. It's just nobody talks about it. And I guess I was for a long time trying to figure out how to voice all of these things. I do have a newsletter. I do love listening to Call Her Daddy, but I just feel like I no longer relate to her because I am a mom. So I just feel like I don't have a space to go and listen or relate to moms that are like me, and knowing that, like, yes, I love my kids fiercely. I love being a mom, but there is more to me. And what that is, I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm hoping we can all kind of figure that out on this journey together. I do love trashy reality TV. I love, Bravo. I love my shows that I watch. And that's sort of my escape right now. As a mom, I get lost in my shows when my kids go down for the 2 or 3 hour stretch that I get before they wake back up again. I get to get lost in reality TV. And so I will be talking about that too. But something I really want to get into is talking about my husband, because I love to talk shit about my husband and he knows it. So it's not like I'm doing something here like behind his back. He knows I like to, like, the first thing I'm doing when he pisses me off is I'm calling my mom, I'm calling my sister and bitching about whatever he did. Because if I don't talk about it, I'm going to hold it in, I'm going to fester, and it's going to blow up later. And mind you, I will say we are in couples therapy. We go to couples therapy. We talk through our problems, and that's what works for us. But I do like to talk a little shit, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I've been waiting a while to tell this story because it's a good one, guys. All right. Let me paint the picture for you. I am about 3 months postpartum at the time. I'm really in the thick of it. I felt like I try to do everything to prepare for this postpartum because I had such a rough postpartum with Dimitri. And this time around, I was truly not prepared for postpartum with a toddler and not realizing how much he needed me this time. My toddler needed me more than ever, but then this newborn baby needed me to survive literally. So I was just really in the thick of it. And I mean, still am, to be completely honest. And we'll get there eventually. But I was like, I need to do something for myself. So I decided I was going to hire a trainer to just kind of get me out of this postpartum funk, not only mentally, emotionally, but physically. And I found this woman she seemed like an earth angel, and she is. She really is. I'm obsessed with her. Not only are her workouts physical, they're mental and they're emotional. So it was perfect for what I needed at the time. And I still am working with her to this day. I love her. And this was probably my second week working with this woman. We converted our home, our basement, into a little gym space. We have a beautiful like sauna and a little, workout area. And I love it. So she comes to the house and trains me in our basement. So this day in particular, I had 0 sleep. I remember my mom took the boys for a couple hours because I was losing it. I was delirious, but I had already, committed to doing this workout. So she comes over, she says hello to Matt. This is his first time meeting her, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We go into the basement and we're getting ready to do our workout. And I have this Bose speaker that I always blast when I'm working out down here. And she has an amazing playlist. So it kind of just like takes you through the journey. So we're in the beginning phases of this. We're breathing and it's meditative. And it's like, if I could describe it as a color, it's, yellow and orange. And we're vibing. Next thing you know, I hear moaning. And I'm thinking, this is only my second time working with her. Is this, part of the practice, the routine? Am I supposed to be like really feeling it? Like, is this her? Like, I'm confused because our eyes are shut. And I open my eyes and I'm like, what's happening? And it takes me approximately 2 more seconds of hearing this moaning to realize that my husband is connected to the speaker and he is watching porn. Okay. And I'm sitting here mortified, and all of these thoughts are going through my head. How do I get this to stop? I immediately run to my phone and I'm like, "Oh, I think my husband's connected to the Bluetooth." And I'm like, "Babe?" And he answers the phone, "Hello? Hello?" And he's like all flustered, right? And I'm like, "You're connected to the speaker." And he's like, "Oh shit. Okay. Sorry." And he hangs up. And all of these thoughts are flashing through my mind. Do I acknowledge this to her? Does she even know? Like, sometimes when things go wrong, it feels like an eternity, but really, like, in reality, it's like a blip. So I'm like, did this feel like 5 minutes for me, but it was actually only a second long? Does she know what happened? Did she hear the moans? Does she know that my husband was watching porn? Does she think it's because he saw us? He met her and now we're in the basement working out together and he's having all these thoughts and I'm like, "What is happening?" I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so mortified. So I just don't acknowledge it. I didn't know what to say. And mind you, we've been working together for a while and we had a rapport and I just met this woman. I didn't know what to do or say and I was freaking out. So, we continued our workout. I could not get into it, obviously, because I have all these thoughts going through my head. I just wanna say this. I do not care that my husband watches porn. It's not something that bothers me. I know every marriage is different, and I know every woman and man look at things differently. It doesn't bother me, and I just truly don't care. I'm, like, confident enough in our sex life. We have a great sex life. But, again, I was only 3 months postpartum. At this point, I was not thinking about sex. I know you're cleared at the 6-week mark and, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, but I was just so not ready by the time I was at 6 weeks postpartum to get into that or even feel like that. I hated my body. I felt like a stranger in my body. I mentally was not there. I'm not sleeping. The last thing on my mind when we go to bed at night is like, "Oh, let's have sex." I'm like, "Let me shut my eyes for 60 minutes until my newborn wakes me back up." So, it's just not on my radar. So, we finish the workout. She leaves. My husband now comes I keep saying my husband. His name is Matt, okay? For those of you that know, his name is Matt. For those of you who don't know, his name is Matt. He comes out of the bedroom as I'm, like, walking up from the basement. She leaves, and he's like, "How's your workout?" And I'm like, trying the entire time I'm working out, how do I acknowledge this? What do I say? Am I mad about this? Am I pissed? Because I'm not mad that he's watching porn. I guess I'm mad because she also was here and he was doing it while on the speaker. Wha All of it was just so much to process, and I was embarrassed that it happened in front of her, and then I'm embarrassed because I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm not giving my husband what he needs because I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling sexual, I'm not feeling sexy, I'm not at all comfortable in my body, I'm not comfortable with I don't even want him to touch me, I don't like how I look, I don't like how I feel." And prior to having Bram, had a very healthy sex life, and I know that it's normal to have ebbs and flows and ups and downs, but I just truly didn't know how to acknowledge it because I didn't wanna be vulnerable with him. I didn't wanna tell him that it made me feel insecure and made me feel like shit, even though that wasn't his intent, and normally it wouldn't be something that bothered me, but it's like, sometimes as a woman and sometimes in postpartum, I guess it feeds into the genesis of this podcast with the "and." I don't care that my husband watches porn, and it pissed me off. Like, I know both things can be true, and I just didn't know how to handle it, and I just started crying. And he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "You were watching porn while I'm working out in front of my trainer, and you don't even wanna touch me, and you don't think I'm sexy, and I hate my body, and I don't wanna have sex, but I want you to wanna have sex even though I don't wanna have sex." And it was just like, all of this stuff was coming out, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I don't blame him, right? Like, women in postpartum, you can't explain it. Like, it's just something you have to go through and be in it to truly recognize it and understand it. And, like, he's a saint. He was just like, "Okay, like, I'm so sorry that" and I said, "I'm not mad that you watched it." And he's like, "I didn't think so." He's like, "I know you never had a problem with it before, but it was just in that moment, I just was feeling all of the things and all of the emotions." And I guess if you're I'm just hoping that other women listening can relate, not necessarily to, like, the porn thing. I'm not assuming every woman out there is training with a trainer and their husband's watching porn on the speaker. That's not what I mean. It's just the dichotomy of it all. Motherhood, postpartum, marriage, sex, all of it. It's all a lot. It's all hard, and it's all like, we're all just navigating it, and I commend my husband for just letting me in that moment get everything out that I needed to, and he was like, "Listen, I know you're going through a lot. I'm here for you. Like, I also have needs." And it's like, "Cool, I get it." We both just in the and will never forget, I was just standing on the stairs in the middle of the stairwell, and he was sitting at the top. We weren't even, like, sitting down. We weren't even having, like, a but we were having this really great heart to heart, and I felt seen and heard by him, and he felt seen and heard by me. Because I mean, postpartum, as hard as it is on the woman, it's really hard on the man too. I feel like he's just really trying to walk on eggshells around me, and I'm grateful because he should fucking walk on eggshells around me. I did a lot of shit for him to have his son. So, I am grateful for that, but it's also, it takes 2, and it's give and take. And I'm grateful that we got through that moment until our next hard one, because there's always going to be another hard moment, and that's what marriage is. And I'm hoping by sharing this that anyone listening can just know, like, okay, shit, like, they go through shit too. No marriage is perfect. And that's kind of what it's all about here on Hot Mom Shit.
You gotta get on my level.
You did it. Somewhere between the laundry and the meltdowns, you made time for another episode of Hot Mom Shit. If something today made you feel a little less alone, text it to the mom who could use the reminder too. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss a new episode, and come hang out with me at the Leah Vandale. Remember, babe, none of us have our shit together.